Alrighty, turn 12, December 18th, 1941. Let's see what happens here. Alright, yep, that's what I thought. Okay. Oh, come on. That should be the end of that ship. Yep. Night phase is over. Hey, there we go. Hey, knocked the ship right out of the water. Look at that. That should be a sunken ship there. Yep, there it goes. Bad weather, bad weather. Bad weather, bad weather, bad weather. Wow. Hey, our Netties actually flew out of Saigon this turn. Let's see, lost one with I think it's two. We got 30 runway hits, which is good. Some more Nels coming in. Ten more hits. A few stragglers coming in. That was a good hit on them. Hitting those airfields, runways at Clark to avoid forts. Can't build forts if he has to repair the runway. This should be a pretty good hit here. Yep. Hit that guy pretty good. Standing in the clear terrain there with some sallies. Okay. Trying to hit my ships in port there. Has to be coming from Port Moresby. Alright. Bad weather, bad weather, bad weather. Alright, bombing more troops. Nothing to tack in Hong Kong there, a lot of weather over it. Of course, we send a lot to Hong Kong, and of course bad weather stops it all. That's not good. Trying to get some air shots in there to support my attack there. But their troops have to go in by themselves. Alright, here we go. Kunlun Brigade needs to go down. Yes, yes, yes!
Guided friends, this is your #1 enemy, Orphan Anne, from Radio Tokyo, with another blow to your morale and some music to console you. Today, the Imperial government announced that the ever-victorious forces of the Japanese Empire have captured Hong Kong.
Alrighty. That's a big... That's 30... That's 100 points just in troops there, plus the base flop. That's... Alrighty. I needed that. Come on. Let's take Guam too. Yeah, there we go. Bonsai! We got all wounded, and we wiped out another 500 allies. How about Kuching? We got 60 attack against 13. Basically 4-1 before anything. Can we take it? Nope, 1-1 still. Alright. We got 96 wounded, 69 on their side. We will take Macon, that's not a problem. There's no one there to stop us. Want to take Vanamo. Couple forts being built. Alright, size 2 airfield at Xargun. Alright, well, a better turn than last turn. We captured some bases, including a big one at Hong Kong. We'll give those troops there a day or two rest, and then we'll get them moving on to their next objective. I got minesweepers waiting to come in and clear all those mines, so we'll get busy on that side as well. As soon as it's done here, I'll be right back in a few moments we'll go over the turn and look at some stats. Alrighty, a good turn there. Let's go ahead and go over it. And touch the screen here. We went up 456 points. The Allies dropped 717. Some of that's from combat, some of that's from losing Hong Kong. Allies lost no aircraft. We lost 12. Allies are up to 725 army lost points. We're to 14. 116 Allied ships sunk. for 565 points, 24 Japanese for 229. Aircraft losses, we lost 4 Sonyas, 3 Bettys, 2 Nels, 3 Nels. We lost 9 of our aircraft to flak, and then 3 to ops. Those are probably all over Singapore. So 12 aircraft, that equates to 9 pilots killed, 1 wounded. Aircraft, let's see. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I want this one. 2 days to the AMC comes in with some aircraft on it. Let's go ahead and look at some sunk ships. That AV that burned to the waterline at Samoa, then the AK that the American subs finished off with another torpedo this turn. We got 2 British motor launches at Hong Kong while they were being built, and we killed a Dutch coastal minesweeper. Alrighty. Ship availability. Take a quick glance in here. We got 2 sub chasers coming tomorrow, then an AMC the turn after. 2 days to a regiment. And then a week to a naval, part of a naval guard, and then 4 days after that we get a bunch of troops. That's probably January 1st. Bunch of base forces. Yep. Alright. Nothing destroyed. Aircraft losses. Let's make sure we have nothing destroyed here. Because if you do, you want to buy them back as soon as you can. Go ahead and take a gander at engine and aircraft production. So we built 15 engines this turn. We're doing good. We have 202 35 engines on our way to at least 500 for the engine bonus for the 5C zeros. That'll help get those in quickly. We built 2 Nates, 2 zeros, a Dinah, an Oscar, an Ann, a Sally, a Tina, a Mavis, a Nell, a Jake, a Val, and a Babs. Okay. A little bit of everything. As you can see over here, our factory numbers are increasing. Slowly, only one a day, but they're going up. So eventually they'll get to where we want them. Then we'll stop having to expand them. Devices. Go ahead and take a look here. We got, let's see, 324 infantry squads built. 31 aviation, 23 support, 20 tanks. 13 engineers, then some tankettes and mines and so forth. The normal small stuff you build every turn. Alright, let's come on and pull up Combat Reporter and take a look here. On the 18th, let's open this up at sea. There's that U.S. sub, the Sturgeon, picking off that crippled AK carrying troops. And there's our shot at killing the minesweeper, their Billeton. On the ground, we captured Vanamo against nothing, Macon against nothing. We attacked the Kuching, but we're repulsed again. You can see we're getting some fatigue negatives now, so we'll give those guys a day or so of rest. Guam, we captured. And the big one, Hong Kong, we captured that as well. That's a nice feather. That's a nice port and airfield there. Plus it frees up 500-600 assault strength of troops to use elsewhere. Alright, amphibious, we landed at Tanjanopining. Yeah, I don't know that. I'm sure that's not how you pronounce it, but it's the base just 1 hex southeast of Singapore. We dumped supplies into Kuching. We landed at Macon and captured it. In the air, it's all us except for those raids on the port at Shortlands during the severe storm. See, it's severe storms and his planes fly. I get a couple raindrops and the wind blows a little bit and all my planes crying, "Oh, we can't fly." Damn Americans with all their crap. Yeah, look at that. But luckily they hit the port but didn't hit any of the ships. Everything else here was me bombing troops or airfields. Signet report. Let's see, Anchorage, Sorbaja, LA, Tanjo Pening, and Luchao. And ops. Okay, unknown. Loading resources. Damaged planes. Making sure, there's no, ships colliding and so forth or hitting reefs. There's the AV sinking in port. Upgrades for the rest. Okay. Task force spotted. Submarine information saying this one's been supposedly reported sunk. We'll see. Sighting reports. Replacement aircraft. The Alfs are in the pool. The Petes are in the pool. The rest are still moving to the pool. Repairs. I forgot to repair that ship last turn, so I'm going to go ahead and make a note to get that ship repaired this turn. This is what happens when I don't take notes. I forget things. So I got that note made. I'm back. Maintenance for aircraft. We admitted to losing that AK. We captured 5 bases. One was auto-flipped, Johor Bahru. But we were attacking it this turn, so it wouldn't have mattered. We captured Hong Kong, Guam, Macon, and Vanamo. Intel on built facilities. Us. Those are all us. Damaged aircraft, combat ships, and some aircraft arrived at their destination. Alright. Pop the reporter out. Let's go ahead and take a look around the Pacific. Up here in Burma, nothing really going on here yet. I have some troops moving, but they move slow in this area when it's over land. And until I take Singapore, you really can't ship anything up here. Spotting a bunch of ships at Rangoon, but due to weather, my bombers did not fly. Let's see. Yeah, thunderstorms at Bangkok and heavy rain, was it? At Rangoon. It's showing 2 mine layers there, cruiser mine layers. I wouldn't mind putting some torpedoes into those if that's what they really are. Troops arrived at Victoria Point. We should be pushing those Brits out of there. Okay, we caught up to the fleeing brigade here with a full regiment. Probably attack here. I'm pretty sure we have enough attack power here to push them out since they've been pushed out twice now. There's one of the missing British or Indian units in Malaya trying to flee down to Temula. He got 13 units there now. Next turn we'll be in Kuala Lumpur and we'll take it. We got Johor Bahru perfectly intact. I'll get some base forces there and we'll start running bombers out of there to hammer Singapore constantly. Stop those forts being built. Hey, nothing going on in Sumatra, nothing going on in Java. Here's that landing. We should be able to take this base next turn. Kuching. It's shown that we can attack again, but I'm probably going to put those guys on rest, give them a day off. Get rid of some of that fatigue. We're not in Kudak yet. How close are we? Maybe one more day or 2. Ships moving, carrying men and or coming back from dropping off men. Luzon still a big free-for-all. The north is mine, the south is mine, but the middle is his. I got troops into Manila finally. He has 9 units there. Wonder if I'll probably bombard here this turn to see what he has there. I got what? 2 infantry regiments, some engineers, and some tanks. I got more men coming in. We got what? Some Marines and more army men coming in. We should, okay, yeah, all right. So his troops from Bayobang moved down into Cabinton Tuan, and he ran right into my troops there. I have 2 regiments of troops and 1 regiment of tanks. He has two Filipino divisions and a crushed battalion. I will attack here this turn. I should have enough firepower to beat on these guys. The best thing is they cannot run away. Look at the hex edges. I own them all except for the northeast here, but I have men here. You can't retreat into a hex that has enemy troops. I will be capturing that dot base anyways this turn. So these three troops should be I'm gonna kill them. They're not gonna be able to escape back into one of the pockets. He should have never went up to Bayobong with them, because that let me come in right behind him and cut him off. Oh well, his mistake is my gain. Let's see. Not a whole lot going on down around New Guinea. We took Vanamo. The southern invasions are kind of stalled due to the threat of Allied surface warships. I don't have a lot of troops down here and as well. Got some troops on the way and more ships to help push that. These are the final retreating ships out of the Marshalls heading into Truk, and then they'll head north back to Japan. Guam fell. Guam is a little damaged. Well, port's really beat up, but it's not a big deal. It'll repair over time, and then I'll start building that airfield up. Let's check my pick line out here. Make sure they're not detected at all. Yep, no detection. Occasionally, this northernmost one will get a couple points of detection, especially if they're flying Catalinas out of the western Aleutians. Every now and then they'll spot this guy for a little bit, but they're mostly out there for in case he sends surface ships, or mostly carriers. I'm not too worried about a couple surface ships coming up to like Hokkaido and that. They can't do that much damage. But carriers can really hit the industry or the resources and do some long-term damage there. So up into China here, let's take a look at Hong Kong, how well we got. Okay, 55 damage on the port, 2 airfield service, 10 on the runway. Okay, that'll be repaired up pretty quick. I have 82 engineers there. Here we go. How bad are these guys? Oh, they're in pretty good shape too. Look at that. A day or two here, and they'll be 100% ready to go somewhere else. And Hong Kong has no garrison requirements, so as soon as these troops are rested up a bit, I will be moving them out. This infantry regiment definitely needs to spend a couple of days to get his losses back and rest up the wounded men. Then we'll just start expanding with that port up to size 9 probably, and then we'll work the airfield, then forts here. Let's see. He took Cheng Chao back. I'm surprised it auto flipped, but I didn't have a chance to get any men there. I do have a bunch of troops here. They will be moving west into this hex, which has 1 enemy unit. We'll push that guy out of here, and then we'll be able to capture this little pocket here. Then we'll probably take Nanyang, depends on what he has there. Then I will come down and take this whole. My first phase in China is the rail, and like all of southern China. To be honest, if you take all that, I'm happy with that. If I took nothing else in China, I'd be fine. That's really what you want. But this early in the game, with all the strength I want to have, I will push on. So that's basically the turn. Hope you guys enjoyed watching it with me. If you did, please go ahead and push that like button for me. If you've been watching the whole campaign and are enjoying it and you have not subscribed, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button for me. And until the next turn, you guys have yourself a great day, and we'll see you then.